Thanks for tuning in. We're Julie and Dana, two moms navigating marriage and motherhood. But this is definitely not your mom's podcast.
All right, guys, this is Julie.
And I'm Dana, and this is not your mom's podcast.
Dana's trying to shut me up because I was talking about how, like, there's got to be, like, a lift for your vagina lips, you know? Because once you get older...
Like a tuck.
A tuck, yeah, a little snatch.
But you're saying you want to make them bigger and
No,
fatter
no.
and plumper.
Not necessarily. I think that they're losing... Okay, you guys, it's not like I have an ugly vagina, but then maybe I do. I don't know. But I think it's losing a little bit of life and plumpness. Smidge. But that's because I'm picky and I, like, shave it so I, like, see it and I'm pulling
I was going to say, you're
back.
really looking at it
to,
I'm
like,
looking at
see
the difference.
Wait, when you shave your vagina, you have to, like, kind of pull that back and, like, pull it up and, like,
can
get
do
in
it
there.
blindly.
No, I can't.
Because, like, when I was pregnant, I used to do it. I'd go around my big belly and I just shave.
Oh, I made Trevor do it.
Of course you did.
He liked it.
Of course. He did. You made him put tampons in you and shave your vagina.
And my butthole.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll shave all that area. So, he's like leaving. Probably
cringing with it right now.
So anyway, I know my friend who is all into this stuff. Like, she has, like, lifts and things like that. She's older than me. She's like, oh, yeah. One of the doctors, when I came in there for something, was telling how she just got her vagina, like, totally snatched and lifted.
Is
and
she
sold her
rich?
pictures.
Because if I could do, like, a
Yes.
plastic surgery, it would not be my vagina.
Yeah, well, when you get older and stuff, sometimes you're like,
I
what
don't
the
know
hell
if that
is
would ever
this?
be my priority, though. Like, if
Well,
it's still
no,
functioning and
she's
working.
getting everything else, so it's like, okay,
That's what I was
fine,
going
do
to
that
say.
too.
I guess if it's unlimited.
But I think it wasn't even, like, a lift. I think they just put, like, maybe collagen or something.
Like filler?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Can you put filler in your vagina
I
lips?
don't know. All I know is that, like, the skin starts to get a little loosey-goosey down there. It just will. Like everything
Yeah.
else, like balls sagging,
Yeah, they do sag, yeah.
they're going to get a little bit less.
You can't put
plump.
filler in ball sacks. I don't think. Maybe you can.
I think that
I guess I don't know about
there
this.
definitely needs to be ball lifts, right? Because balls get really low and they start flapping around everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
like
they could.
more. I mean, it's like, you know, swinging back and forth like one
Yeah.
of those swinging doors.
Well, I guess we'll look into it. We have some research to do. I'm just saying that it's not on my list of plastic surgeries for sure. My vagina
either.
is going to be the last
Me
thing that
either,
gets
unless
done.
I was gonna be like a porn star or like an OnlyFans person or something where
True.
everyone's
They
up
probably
in
get a
there.
lot of work done.
That's what I'm saying. They like bleach their asshole and stuff too. Porn stars do.
Yeah.
I've heard. I mean, I don't know.
I know. Why bleach instead of shave or wax, though?
Because it's like kind of dark.
No, I know.
Oh.
Oh, you're saying so it looks good.
But here's
even
the thing:
skin.
is like everyone's butthole is dark, so like why
Yeah.
care?
I know. And like, if someone's watching porn, do you really think they're like, what a light butthole or what a dark butthole?
People that are into buttholes, yeah, they like it.
Oh, true.
I think. I mean, I don't know. I'm not looking at buttholes. Don't do it for me.
Okay, listen. Let's get into this quick.
All right.
I think this might piss a lot of people off. But
Okay.
let's talk about Disney adults.
Oh man, I'm almost nervous because I
I
know
know, we might get hate for it.
We're gonna get hate for it, but
Let's
thank
just say it. I want to hear your take
God,
on Disney
thank
adults.
God, like you're on the same page as me.
'Kay.
Like if you weren't, I don't know if we could be like.
So tell me your
besties.
take. Go. What do you think about it?
Okay, first of all, I will come in and say I want to be like you.
I want to understand you.
I want to be in the Disney cult because everyone seems so happy.
They do seem happy.
and they are in it.
Yeah.
and it is their world.
You're right. It's
and
like
it
a
makes them
cult.
so
It's a cult-like
happy.
following.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, where can I drink this Kool-Aid?
Right.
But I feel also like kind of how everyone's like sheep in our society too, like following everything that everyone does. I feel like the weird black sheep. I'm like, wake up. It's not real.
Yeah.
Like I want to shake them. It's not real, you know? Like there's
Also,
other things we
like-
can do with our time and money.
That's how I feel. I'm like,
It's
I
fun.
get
It's
going.
okay.
Yeah, like I
I mean,
get going.
actually-
I think you should go once in a while, right? Like my kids enjoyed it when we went. Like
I do it for
same
them.
with
I
Universal.
wouldn't go for myself.
So that's what I'm talking about.
I
Like, I'm
do have
talking
friends,
Disney
like-
adults that don't bring kids or anything. Like they're just Disney adults.
I know, and my friend keeps saying, you haven't experienced it without kids. And I'm like, I have. I went when I was right out of college.
You
with
lived right near
boyfriends.
there.
I worked there. Maybe that's why though, because like I know like it's not that special anymore because I worked there.
Mm-hmm.
In an internship, and then I have gone as an adult, but I guess I haven't gone as an adult in the last like 20 years.
But how many times do we try Disney before we're like, not for us?
I know, but she's like, it's because you go with your kids and your families and you have to wake up early and you stay there all day and there's crying kids and then you go to sleep and you have to do it again. You've done it like 3 or 4 days in a row. And I'm like, true. Maybe if I only went for like 2 days, like
So
you
that's
and
what I do,
and we
though.
woke up when we wanted to and we went to bed when we wanted to, but we didn't care if we only stayed for 2 hours. Like a lot of people feel like, oh, this is so
But-
expensive. I need to get all that I can out of it.
So I agree with that. I definitely agree.
I
Okay,
don't.
I can see two things. If you live right by it and you're using it, like my friend used to live near Disneyland, and she
Yeah.
was like, instead of going to the playground after school, we went to Disneyland.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. I could see that. You're not staying for
It's
long.
kind of
You're
cool, but then no one wants to fucking do playgrounds anymore because it's not good
right,
enough for
because
them.
not, yeah. But I could see that if you live like nearby and you're just going as like a thing to do with your kids. I also can see if you have those season passes and you're going for just a couple hours, but I just don't understand repeating it. I don't understand repeating a trip 3 times a year, 2 times a year, every year, and not doing other things. Like, I guess if you have unlimited
Isn't that
funds,
like insanity?
yeah,
Repeating the same things over and over again or something?
right? Like like the world is so beautiful. There's just so many great places.
So many places and things to try and do.
Explore.
I will say my one friend who's an adult and she's married. She doesn't have children. Now they go often and they do all the cool things. Like they went on like Christmas or like the day before or the day after, went to this amazing like Christmas party where everyone dressed up.
Sure.
And they had all this like Christmas food. And she does like all the things I think like an adult would like if they like theme things.
Yeah.
It's like a cruise. Like, oh, you
Yeah.
gotta wear these pajamas and drink and eat and stuff. So it's like a late nightlife kind of thing.
Yeah,
But
and I could kind of
still-
see it. Like
Still, I don't want to drive all the way there, park, walk through all
know.
that shit, and like, it just doesn't do it for me.
It
I
doesn't do
want
it
it
for me
to,
either.
but I just want to spend my time, my money, and my like energy doing something else.
And I can get on board with enjoying it while we're there. But
I have to pretend.
it definitely feels a little anxiety inducing.
Yeah.
And you know what bothers me the most? It's fucking expensive.
So expensive.
Like,
They
here's my
rape
life
you.
savings.
Think about the people that live in other countries and they like save for like 4 years to come to the States
Oh
and
my
like do this. They like get
gosh.
I've seen them
Yeah.
from other countries and it's like, out of all the motherfucking places,
I know.
out of all the places in the entire world, it's that incredible?
yeah. I don't know. And I can see
Maybe we take it for granted because we're here in the States. And maybe I take
Maybe.
it for granted because I grew up in Florida.
I was gonna say though, I could see it being like I do think everyone should do it once. Like that's fine.
Me too.
You know,
you
like
have to experience
you have
Disney.
to experience it, and it is. I love roller coasters and rides, so like you'd think I'd love
Yeah.
it. I love rides.
Okay.
But like, I don't want to wait 3 hours to go on a 2-minute ride. I don't want to pay $400 for a bag of popcorn. I don't want to spend $10,000 to stay there for the week, and I also don't even want to stay there for the week. To be honest, I don't really want to stay many places for a week. I like to like switch it up. Like I also wouldn't want to sit on a
It's hot
beach
as
for a
hell
week.
too, usually, or raining or some
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
And the lines,
The lines
and the
are
shuffling,
crazy.
the shuffling, the herding around and the shuffling around is a
Yeah.
big no for me. That's one. It's overstimulation.
It's
for
a
me,
lot of overstimulation.
especially if you're going with more than one person. Even if I went by myself, I'd be like, "Get the fuck away from me!" Like,
Yeah.
2, it's fake. It's all like big mechanical, like electrical. So much water is being used, so much electricity is being used, and it's like, and I know some of the plants and stuff and the animals, but like, you can go like on a fucking hike.
I'm
if
sorry.
you need to be
I
in the
think Animal
wilderness.
Kingdom is boring. That one's the worst to me.
I don't remember it. It's been a
Oh
while.
my
My
God.
kids are
So,
begging me to go back. We'll go.
here's
I'm
the deal.
sure, soon, but
Yeah, like we've never gone for more than 2 days. So one time we went, we did Magic Kingdom and we did Epcot,
okay,
and then that was it. We were done, which
That's so
was perfect
nice.
for me. Like that was enough.
yeah.
Another time we went, we did just Animal Kingdom. And Animal Kingdom, I feel like was a waste of money. Like I don't understand it.
Mm.
It's like going to the zoo. There was barely any rides.
I mean,
like,
for the
it
price, I
wasn't-
guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd rather do that than like have to go get like the special Mickey ice cream over here, and then we have to go to this shop because they have the best like paninis or croissants or the fuck, and then
Oh,
we
I
have to
mean,
get that
we don't-
mango fluffy.
Oh, we
bullshitty
don't ever
smoothie
eat there
thing.
really like
Oh,
that.
The Dan and Dolly, like
The
what is-
Dole Whip.
that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I had that. I'd rather fucking have like a $6 margarita at the Mexican restaurant across the street. Wasn't that fucking great? And I'm
Yeah.
not going all the way to Disney for that.
Yeah. No.
And the people that get like all dressed up in the Disney ears and stuff, it's like going to a sports team or
Yeah.
like a sports game.
I would choose Universal over Disney, hands
Me-
down.
I think so. I used to think it was all full of like the simulators or whatever. it's
Yeah, no,
called.
there's rides.
But I think I definitely enjoyed myself.
I just feel like it's a little less crowded.
And I feel
It's
like
still crowded, but
it is.
less.
And I just feel like the Disney people are still like,
Yeah, it's like a little bit. It's
Like-
a little bit older kids. It's not as like kids screaming and running
Yes.
everywhere. It's a little bit different of a
Yeah,
vibe.
it's a little bit different
I would
vibe.
choose Universal over Disney,
Yeah.
hands down, if I had to pick.
Now I'm not gonna hate on the people that like it. Like I feel for you. Like
I feel for you.
Thank you for liking Disney, and I think it's cute. Like, you're cute. Like, do your Disney thing, but I just it's not for me.
Did I ever tell you when? So I agree. I used to like hate on it more, but now I'm like, you know what? Whatever makes you happy makes you happy. I just can't understand it.
Still
it's not for
them,
me. But did I ever tell you the time that I definitely judged out loud and it was so embarrassing?
I think so. I think I remember. And I've done this too.
I was like in a group of people and I didn't really know one of the girls that well. And we were talking about Disney adults. And I was just like, I can even get on board with understanding Disney adults. But like, imagine like getting married there and going there for your honeymoon. And this girl was like, oh, I did that. And I was like,
dude.
I mean, it's I can get it. That's great.
You're
like I backtracked. I was like,
I don't know enough.
I'm like, oh my God.
Trevor and his ex-wife went there for their honeymoon.
Okay, well, I'm judging again.
I know, but I think they're younger. I'm going to give them that pass.
Okay, true. And listen, again,
still,
whatever makes you happy,
like, listen, if you want to have your honeymoon up in that, is it Cinderella's like
castle thing, whatever? Yeah, if
that's like magical for you, awesome. Like, I want to talk to fairies, so
right, exactly. We all have
I
something.
I want to sit out in the woods and fucking channel, and they're probably like, "Who are you?" So I know. I get it.
I guess I just can't wrap my head around it. I'm waiting for someone to give me a convincing argument.
Me too.
Right? Like, I'm waiting for someone to talk me into it. Like, I want to hear it. I need to see that side of things.
I do too. Like, so someone needs to chime in.
So moving along with reality and non-reality.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to talk to you about those Apple Vision Pros or something.
Yeah.
They're fucking weird.
Listen, I don't even know any of this technological stuff. Trevor knows all about
Trevor's
it.
Trevor's going to have those in like 2
he
months.
Sent me a TikTok or something of someone with it, and I was like, is this happening? And then while he was sending this to me, we were watching a show that had a commercial, and then they had the Alexa glasses or something.
Yes.
And I looked at him, I'm like, I feel like I wanted to like slap myself. I'm like, is this happening? Like, is this really happening? Like,
I feel like an old person saying this. I really do. But like, I feel like our world is about to be fucked.
And that's what he said. He's like, you just like, hold on here. It's about to like completely go crazy. And I'm like, and he like gets off on that. He was like smiling.
Oh, I know.
Ew.
I saw it and I immediately, literally, Lily goes, oh, Mr. Trevor and Styles will have those soon. And I was like,
this goes against everything I want though in life. Like,
I know.
This is a hard part in being
You
married.
are raising a tech heavy son though. So get ready because he's going to have it all.
I just want to live on a farm with like nothing. Yeah. Okay, in the middle of nowhere.
Your son's going to invent some sort of crazy game.
My husband is all techie, and I don't know how to find. Someone help me. Someone give good advice about how you find the balance between they're into that, and I don't want to take it away from them, especially since our world is going that way. But I don't want to be that way. I don't want my family to be that way.
Because here's the difference, right? This is how I feel. Again, maybe someone can give me a compelling argument.
Yeah.
But I feel like, so the Apple Vision Pro things, I don't even know if I'm saying the right name. But
I know.
Whatever. They're these big goggle glasses thing. They look like VR things.
And you could see in your periphery
and
you'd be bumping into people. Like,
no, so you see, but almost in like screen way. And then
know.
there's a screen. Okay, your breathing's very loud, sir.
He's big.
I know, but you're going to hear that heavy.
Okay, it's not me. I'm not panting. It's my dog.
Lando, go.
Lando.
We'll pet you after. Go.
Go.
Go, Lando, go.
Trevor.
Okay, so the Apple Vision Pro. So they're these big VR goggles that you put on. And yeah, like you can pull up screens. The way that you would see your phone or a TV is how you would see in front of you. And it would be like, you could be at the coffee shop and be like, pull up the coffee shop menu. And you could literally go like this with goggles on and you're like scrolling.
So you think it's going to help our spine and our neck and all this shit so that we're not like this all the
Maybe
time?
that's the one silver lining. But like, also, I just feel like it takes away everything. I feel like the eyes are the way into like the soul, and like you're not looking into someone's eyes. You can't read people. Also, let's talk about the fact that people are gonna be harder to identify if they do anything wrong. Like they have these big ass goggles on. You don't see half their face.
Like, be like blueprinted from here.
I mean, it's crazy.
And even when you're talking to me, your eyes are like this, and you're like reading the screen. It was so weird. You were like a doll,
right?
Like imagine if I was talking to you like this, Dana. I'm like, hold on, Dana. So, like, I really want to get together. Like, if I'm just staring out like this, looking at a screen instead of looking at you.
I hate it. I honestly, I can see like in-home use.
Eye makeup on.
Yeah, you don't have to get ready anymore. Well, it doesn't matter because no one's going to be looking at you. No one's going to talk anymore. They're just going to stare off into the screens. You know what I was thinking? So fucking weird. People aren't going to even have to travel anymore. I feel like we're going to get to that point where they're like, bring me to the Grand Canyon. And it'll just be like on their glasses.
Oh, totally.
I think people are going to get weird.
We're gonna get fatter too because no one's gonna want to go anywhere.
I know, like, what's gonna happen to, like, hiking and walking and running and biking and all these fun things of, like, seeing nature and, like, it's just such a disconnect with the world, and I don't think we were ever meant for that.
I don't either.
And I'm not trying to be old sounding because, like, I'm sure every generation has said this when new technology came out, but this is, like, a different level. Like, you're talking this isn't a phone that, like, you're on and goes away, but you're still interacting with
Yeah,
the
like at least you'd
world.
be like, hey guys, can you put down your phone? We're gonna have dinner or whatever.
This is different. This is scary.
This
I'm
is-
telling you, this makes me, I have anxiety about this thing.
I do too. I've always had anxiety about technology. And
So
I
have
don't know
I.
why.
AI has always freaked me out.
I'm trying to flip that script a little bit. I'm trying to find some positives because honestly, that's where things are going. So like if you can't get behind it, what's
Yeah.
going on, which you're just gonna hate life, keep like hating everything that comes out.
I know.
I don't really know what to do about that negative feeling around it. One thing that I'll say, just one tiny little sidebar, is that there's this. He showed me a clip because we got the virtual reality thing.
Yeah.
They're not that.
Yeah, you have
great.
just virtual reality.
Yeah, whatever. I don't even know what it's called. They're somewhere in our house, and he was saying that one of the commercials, or maybe a clip or a video, was this older lady, and the son like goes, and she always wanted to go like somewhere tropical. I think like Fiji. I'm just gonna say something I don't know, or somewhere. And he like pulled it up, and she put it on, and she was like crying because she's like 99 and like on her deathbed, and she felt like she could experience it before she died. And he was like, "See," and I'm like, that is not real. Okay, so like she had 2 seconds of like bliss, but then you take it off, you're like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm in my living room. Cool. I don't know. That doesn't convince me.
Me either. It was nice
I'm
for
not
like a hot
against technology. Like, I think that I can find pros in every form of technology.
Yeah.
I can find pros in our phones. I can find pros in
But
all
what
of it.
you think is virtual?
But
okay.
do pros outweigh cons is my question. And this is the first time I think technology might have cons outweigh pros.
I think it just, for me, it freaks me out because it makes me feel like we're more in the matrix than ever. Like, hey, if this is not real, and then we're putting on things that aren't real on top of the things that aren't real, it's like really mind-boggling.
It is. Where's reality? And let's
Yeah.
get off of that now and go into sex robots are becoming even more real. And I brought that up to you the other day.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I was listening to some podcast, I forget, and they were talking about sex robots and how real they are becoming and how human-like they're becoming, how they're making, you can customize like everything on them. This is not your blow-up doll anymore. This is like an
my God.
interactive.
Blow-up doll was gross anyway.
I mean, it's all weird. It's all weird. But I'm just saying, like, this is so real that the question comes into play of like, will this replace relationships for some people?
Yeah, maybe people will like stop getting STDs and getting pregnant.
Well, I guess that's a pro. Not the, the STD
yeah,
part.
yeah.
But no, like,
And our population, do you think will go down because of the sex robot?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think
for
there's
a while,
a need for real connection still.
I agree, and I think
It's
for
like
a while,
masturbation
people,
or vibrators. You're like, okay, I guess I'll deal with you for now, but you really want the real thing.
I know, but if we become such an introverted society that doesn't have a good grasp on reality versus not reality, then maybe it will become a very real thing for many people.
I know, but then we can just prostitute ourselves out as being extroverts, not necessarily the ones that have sex, but maybe people just want to be around our energy and like want to vibe with us because you and I are like da 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 da, and the sex robot doesn't do that.
Yeah, but I bet you they will soon. The sex robot's gonna be like cleaning the house and being doing all the things.
Well,
you can replace parts, you can change them, you can change them every year.
I bet the sex robot does not need fill in her vagina.
She doesn't. She probably has a beautiful vagina.
And the sex man doesn't have saggy balls.
He probably doesn't.
Bet you can get one that doesn't even have balls.
You probably can.
Fuck it, we don't need those.
Isn't that weird though? What a weird concept. Like I can't picture.
You could probably get a robot with both private parts.
Probably. You could probably literally do anything you want if you have money. I mean, it's just all going to cost money. It's like a little add-on menu. Like, I think
How much do they cost?
Small nipples. I don't know. I think I was reading something in the 10,000 range. But I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that.
This is gonna be like the next fun thing at like a rich person's party.
Like,
hey,
look what we have.
And brings out. And
Ew, I hate that.
Do you think it'll help with like
sex
trafficking
thought about
and
that.
Human trafficking and like
Nope.
rape and
no, I don't. Because I
like
think those
violence,
people
they're just gonna like beat on the doll or whatever.
Because I think those people truly want to inflict bad things happening on people,
on a human,
and they want to see that raw reaction and that they're sick and twisted. So I don't even think it'll have that as like a benefit. Like
that's what I'm thinking though. With
I think it's gonna be weird. Men in their basement that are introverts that don't want to see the public.
Oh, okay, that's a small population. I feel like the rest of the people
It's
want
a
the
small
raw reaction
population
from like a
now.
human being.
It's a small population now.
But then they get used
But
to
the
it.
more VR we have and the more technology we have and the more people, there's going to be more of that type of person. If people aren't talking anymore and they're behind these big goggles seeing screens.
Well, then we'll
I'm
be
just
famous
saying.
because we'll be the only ones talking.
We're going to be like 70 by then. No one's going to want us.
I'll still be talking. I'll be
still
talking
be
to
talking.
someone.
Yeah.
Fucking, I'll
We'll
talk
be in
to
our
the sex
nursing home
robot.
talking to ourselves with our robot
I
friend.
know. I'm like, come on. I'll talk to you.
Oh
Who
my
are you?
God, I cannot. Let me ask you a question.
Oh, please do.
Okay. This is a really tough question. I thought about it on my way over
We're
here.
going to go from sex robots to
We're
a tough
moving
question.
on. We're moving on, but it has to kind of do with sex. Okay. I have a really hard question. Are you ready?
I think. Are my eyebrows showing that I'm ready?
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
ready.
You have to choose. You cannot marry for love.
Okay.
You have to marry for either wealth or looks. So you can either go ugly, ugly, but rich, or hot as anything, but broke. What are you choosing?
I don't know.
You have to pick. First reaction. What do you
No,
think?
I can't because I don't always go by looks because it's to me.
No.
It's a brain.
Don't be thinking into this too much. I want to know if you had to pick.
You go
There is no
first.
brain. There is no brain. You're not going to like them. You don't like either one. You're just either going to be like sexually really attracted and like they're going to be hot, but they're going to be broke and you should be with them forever. Or you're going to pick wealthy, but like they suck too, but they're ugly.
Can I be on drugs?
No.
Because then I could be with the ugly rich one. Like how ugly?
Pretty ugly. So
But
you're choosing looks. Done.
I can love someone that's ugly.
No, you're not loving them. You're not loving them. You're never going to love
I'm
either
just
one.
marrying them?
You have to be married to them. It's like an arranged marriage, but you have to pick which one.
I don't know. You go. I really don't know.
It is really tough.
What?
Because one, you can be like I said, one, you won't like them, you won't love them, you won't
But
like
you'll
anything.
learn to like-ish,
Oh, you're thinking
love everyone
too into
that
it.
you...
No, you don't. No, there's lots of loveless marriages.
And looks are not everything, though, and they fade.
They do fade. Wealth could go away too, though, and then you're stuck with
But I
just an
don't
ugly.
need money. I'm just gonna fucking... If his ass is broken, then I'll fucking work and be something, like, you know?
Okay. So what are you choosing?
No, you go first.
I think I'd choose... If I wasn't going to love either of them in any way whatsoever, I don't know. I think I want to say I would choose the money because at least then I could live like a fun life.
Yeah, if you choose the money, then you can go buy someone that's pretty.
Yeah, but like at least you could live a fun life. You could like have a lot of great things
But
and
maybe
do fun
the
things.
good-looking broke one will create a fun life too, though.
Yes.
Because I feel like money sometimes changes
I was going to say,
you.
but
I
the
think about how many
hot
rich people are fucking pill poppers and drinkers and
Yeah.
like they're not happy and they just go to parties and like nothing excites them anymore. Whereas like this pretty person, you can like bebop around town and like go sit in the woods.
Go sit in the woods.
Yeah, like hike and
Do hot people sit in the woods?
I don't know.
I think at least the hot person you're sexually attracted to. If at anything, at least you have some
Yeah, but after
attraction
a while,
to them.
like you just, maybe sex is not that important and you get older. And so what you're going to like have, here's the question. Are you going to have pretty sex for like a good 20-ish years? Or are you going to be financially set?
That's the question. So you're going to choose wealth? I'm going to choose wealth. I'm going to choose wealth.
God, I don't know.
And I'm going to go to Pilates. And I'm going to...
You'll be bored.
I would never be bored with money.
Oh, God, I would.
I would do the same things I'm doing now.
I'd
But I don't have the funds to do more.
Nothing would be like satisfying anymore if I could have everything.
If you're like that. I think there's plenty.
I would need to
Okay,
be
this is a great
shocked.
conversation because I think that is such a stereotype. And like I was talking to someone at work about this because he is like such a... There's just people who are like, oh, I would never want to be rich because like the rich people are miserable and this and that. And I feel like that's so stereotypical. Like,
Yeah, well, definitely we're grouping it in to be funny. I don't think everyone's that
no,
way,
but I'm saying like I definitely think that you can have money and still be a good human.
Oh, well, me too. If I had money, I'm a good human.
Right. So you could still do everything you want to do,
I would,
but
like,
more.
Create this beautiful like compound. And this
Yes.
beautiful like
You'd have the ability
enchanted
to do
forest
amazing
with, like
things.
wild animals rescued everywhere, and
Yeah.
I'd
So
definitely
you could
learn
do
how
that.
to channel because I'd pay the best channeler to teach me.
All your dreams can come true.
All my dreams come true. Okay. Okay, I guess
Or you
the
could have
money
the
one.
hot broke guy.
I don't mind if anybody's broke, and it doesn't matter if he's hot, but I guess I'll choose the money one because you know what? I could probably feed people that can't eat
Sure, you could do some good things with that.
and save like some babies that
You
are
could
being
save
abused, the
babies.
ones in Russia or
Yeah.
whatever that are like, got
And then you don't have to
alcohol
do feet stuff.
abuse. I'll do feet stuff. I don't care. We smash the bananas with our feet. We're gonna do that, right?
Yeah. Listen, desperate times call for desperate measures.
I am not desperate,
Mm.
but I think it'd be fun.
You just want to do it for
It's
fun?
it's the adventure behind
I've
it
never
all.
had a friend ask me to do something like this for just fun.
Oh yeah, why
Thanks for
not?
being my first.
I love being people's first, I think. I think. Tell me about the intrusive thought video
Oh
that you
yeah,
had.
I wanted to talk about that.
Because that is funny. I feel like, do you
Okay.
ever just lay there and like a thought comes in and then you're like, I go like this. I go, no, I'm on the beach. I'm on a hammock. Everything's great. Like I'll literally
Oh
have
my
like
God.
terrible visions of like my children getting abducted or
Yes.
raped or
And
whatever.
I feel like no one talks about it because it's almost like taboo. You feel like if you think about it, it's gonna happen, right? Like almost
Yeah.
like you're gonna
Yeah, I don't wanna
make
think
it
about it.
happen, so you don't want to think about it and you shut
like
it off. But like
manifest it
I
or
think we
something.
all think about it. Like intrusive thoughts are very much a part of
Do you
motherhood.
think this is because it's real, the news, or the shit that we watch, like the shows and stuff that we like maybe watch too young, like this crime scene detective shit, and it's like in our head.
I think it's a mixture, but I think it's also primal. I think we have something
Oh.
that we are meant to protect. And just like a bear would be like looking for predators around their baby cubs. Like I think it's just primal in us to think about the next bad thing that might happen because we want to
Yeah.
protect our young.
Yeah. I
But
know.
let me tell
Oh,
you.
did you see that woman on TikTok where she killed the woman that raped her son? And they're like, look how she's not even like, when she's telling the story, the judge is asking her what exactly you do. She's going through all the things. And everyone was like hating on her, basically saying, like, look how she has no emotion and whatever. She's like, well, what did you do the first? She goes, for every thing that she
Mhm.
did to him, I did to her. So one of them was I poured like hot scalding water on her. I punched her in the head. I kicked her in the spine. I was like, at first I was like, that's hardcore. But then the more she said, for every sexual pain that she inflicted on him, I want to inflict that on her. And I was thinking to myself, as a mama bear, when I think if some woman did that to my son,
Yeah.
I would probably go ape shit too. Like, I
I
don't even
know
know if I
that's
can
hard to
control
judge what your mind would become at that point.
Oh,
And like
I like felt for her. I was
that's
like,
how it used to
bitch,
be,
you're
right?
going down.
Eye
If
for
you
an eye.
touch my fucking kids, I'll kill your ass. Like, I will make you suffer. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my God, I haven't seen that. But I do think that there is a primal instinct to protect our kids. I think we don't want our kids to feel hurt or pain or anything like that. And I think that we're
Especially in
scared.
that way.
Yes.
That's the worst way.
Oh yeah, I mean that's obviously
Like,
an
break your
extreme
heart.
case.
We all get our hearts
Yeah.
broken. Get in a car wreck. Unfortunately, like, or you like you got ribs or whatever. Like, it sucks. You're in the hospital and things like that. But like sexual stuff,
Yeah.
like,
No, that's horrific.
Like, you better believe
and that
I'm
changes
coming
someone
after
for the
you.
rest of their life. But let's talk like more normal, like relatable,
like,
intrusive thoughts.
deep.
Like
The
I
baby
think a really
choking.
common one is when you have a newborn.
Yes.
And how many times did you wake up in the newborn days and you're like, is he breathing? And
Mine
you have
was
to like
always, "He's
check and you're
choking."
waiting to see if like the stomach's raising, right?
Don't they have things now where
Yeah, they
like,
do.
like they can, it's attached to them?
Yeah, you're
But
like
you know
the
what?
owlette.
I wouldn't even believe it. I'd be
I
like,
know.
it's
I
broken.
still think you would like
It wasn't
do it.
charged. It's it's got a faulty like mechanism in there. I would
Yeah.
definitely be like, Trevor, did you check the monitor to see if he's good? Like, I would not be able to.
Oh my God.
I go like this because I nudge Trevor like every 20 minutes. I'm like, every time Styles would like make a noise, I'm like, he's choking.
Yeah.
Because after you breastfeed them and then you try to burp them and then you lay them back down and we have them that little wombly thing, they can't fucking lift their head and like, what if
I
they're
know.
gurgling on the milk?
And like it obviously I think the intrusive thoughts get better as the kids get older, but then there's different ones. Like I remember like sitting downstairs and it was super quiet upstairs and like I had this whole image play out in my head of like, oh my God, Jack probably like ate something and then he choked and no one knew he was up there and he
Yeah.
like, and it's like, oh my God, like how did my mind even, and I go up there and he's like playing with his toys and it's
Yeah.
like, it's crazy what the mind does when you become a mom. I mean, I think people have intrusive thoughts always, but I think that when you become a mom, your anxiety level just kind of
Ugh,
raises.
Totally. Even with my freaking animals, like if I don't hear the cat for a while, I'm like, because sometimes he'll get out.
Yes.
And then I'm like,
yes.
oh man. And then what if he like leaves and we never see him again? I'm always like,
Yeah.
Trevor, where's the cat? It's like, oh,
and you go down that whole like pathway.
Yeah,
And
one
then-
time, this is when the kids were like younger, so maybe like 2 or 3 years. I let Lando out to go to the bathroom. He's a really good dog. He'll just go
Yeah.
out. We don't have a fenced in yard. He'll just go and come back.
Mhm.
I went to the post office with my kids and left him out there. I drove in. He's such a good dog. He was just like sitting in the yard and he came running up to his car. I was like,
I actually did something similar to that.
like he could have gotten hit by a car or something.
Anything could have happened.
Anything could have happened to him.
I went out one
I
day
was so disappointed in myself.
and I forget, we did like a bunch of errands. I was gone for 3.5 hours,
Yeah.
okay? And I pull up to the house and the front door is wide open. And I was like, holy shit. My first thought is someone's in that fucking house.
Yeah.
So I'm like to the kids, I don't know why I thought I was some hero, but I'm like to the kids, I'm like, stay in the car. Like, I need to go in because my thought was the dogs got out. Like, someone broke in, they probably left, and now the dogs are going to get out.
Yeah.
So I'm freaking out. So I want to just make sure the dogs are in the house at this point. I don't even think anything. So I look at my Ring doorbell really quick, and I'm trying to see, did anyone walk into the house? I didn't see anyone. So I go into the house, and Duke's just standing right there. And he's like, and I'm like, oh my God, the door's been open for, it was us. We must have like not closed it on the way out, and the wind probably brought it open.
It always happens.
And I was like, he sat in that doorway for 3.5 hours and did not walk out.
He's waiting for you.
That's insane.
He knows the drill.
I was like, he wouldn't make it out there anyway, so he would have been back fast. But
yeah, he doesn't like anything.
Watch, he did. Watch, he like went for a walk, came back. Like,
dude, the person I know that has the most intrusive thoughts is my mother-in-law. She will watch the news like all day and night, and then she'll be like, "Did you hear about that one kid? That one kid that blew up the balloon and it sucked back in and it choked on it and killed him?" And I'm like, so she, like, my kids are like blowing up balloons when they're like, she's like, "No, don't." I'm like, what? We have to live. But then she's done this to me over the years. I was like, last night I threw my back out and I was like, let's get that heating pad out and I'll like sleep on it. And Trevor's like, I mean, I would, but what if it like catches on fire? I'm like, oh my God, we can't live our lives like this.
Oh my God, I did just see a video of this family that had a mattress in their living room and they were all watching a movie night and they had the iPad underneath the mattress, like charging, and the whole thing blows up and the kid's like right under the fire and they're pulling him out.
Happens, but
of course.
I don't know. Happen. That's like where how do you balance out those intrusive thoughts? With
you want to talk crazy freaking out there things that have happened that like obviously aren't common. Have you watched I just watched this because you know I love my murder mystery documentaries.
I love murder mystery stuff.
Lover, Stalker, Killer on Netflix.
Stop it.
Oh my God. I'm going to give you the synopsis quick.
Oh my God.
Okay.
That is such a quintessential, like, if you're like into like Hallmark movies and murder, like scene crimes or whatever, like, let's put it together.
Combination
it's
ever.
Real forward, real direct.
Yeah, yeah. They were first the lover, then the stalker, then the killer. Okay, listen to this shit quick. Ready? I'm going to give you a quick, brief synopsis on it. You don't even have to watch it. Okay, so this guy and this girl have a baby together. They're married. They end up getting divorced. He goes on a dating website, Plenty of Fish. He's like checking it all out. He meets this girl and they go on a couple dates and it's okay. He makes it very clear, I'm not looking for anything. I just got out of a marriage. I need to find myself. She's like, cool, me too. She has kids also. She got divorced. It's perfect. They're hanging out for a couple weeks and he works as a mechanic and this woman comes into his shop for something and he like says she's gorgeous and he like hits on her a little bit and then she goes on with her day. He's on Plenty of Fish again later in the week and he sees her pop up. So they start talking and he's like, you were in my shop? She's like, yep, I was in the shop the other day. So they're talking or whatever.
Wait, is this the same girl that he was talking to?
No.
Oh.
So he's talking to this one girl. Her name is Liz.
Okay.
That's the first one he's talking to. He's kind of dating her, but he made it clear it's very casual. She agrees. She has kids.
We are not like committed. Okay.
No. So now he meets Carrie, who is the woman from the shop, but he met her afterwards also on the dating website. Okay. So they go on a date and they get along really well, like way more than him and Liz
She's
did.
the crazy one, isn't she?
Hold on. So they get along great. They are like on fire. They both have kids. They both are not looking for anything serious. So it's like week 2 of them dating, but he's like, it's like hot and heavy. Like we're doing good. So he leaves to go to work and she's like, okay, I'm just going to shower quick and then I'm going to leave. They're at his house.
Okay.
So he's like, okay, cool. So with that, he's at work. He gets a text from her and she goes, I think we should move in together. And he was like really thrown off because he's like,
the one with the kids?
They all have kids in this thing. So Carrie.
Oh, Carrie, the one.
Is the one that he really liked.
Okay.
Liz is the one he's dating also, but like everything's just all casual.
Damn.
So Carrie texts him and she says, I want to move in with you. And he's kind of like thrown off because he's like, we both were in agreement. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not ready to move in with someone. It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So he kind of says all that to her and she was like, well, fuck you. Like, I don't want to see you ever again.
Okay, bye.
Right.
Crazy.
So he was like, okay, whatever. So now he's like, shit, like she's at my house though, you know? So he goes back to his house at one point and she's gone. And he's like, okay, good. Like she left. That's that. So anyway, He moves on and he keeps getting these text messages from her phone being like, I'm going to make your life living hell. Like, you're going to pay for this.
Girl, fucking go do something with her
Psycho.
life. Yeah.
Texting him like crazy. Well, then Liz, the other girl that he's seeing, starts getting texts like this too. Like, if you see him again, I swear to God, I will kill you. I'll kill your kids.
Anybody.
Starts threatening everything.
Oh my gosh.
So
I knew it was Carrie. I told you from the beginning I'm a fucking detective.
So then Liz's car gets keyed. Like, all this stuff starts happening to Liz. So now him and Liz are like, what the fuck? So now they start like hanging out more and stuff. She's too.
Like, why did you have to stick your dick in this crazy bitch?
Yeah. And he's like, you know, like, he's like, well, now you're actually pushing me and Liz together because now we have like something in common that we're trying, you know. Well, now it starts getting really crazy. Like 100 different phone numbers start texting him. Emails from 100 different email addresses, hundreds of emails a day, threatening them, saying that they're going to kill them, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward, this is going on for a year. She starts saying like, oh, I see you talking to so-and-so outside. She's actually stalking him. So now the police are involved and they're trying to look at all the houses. Like, where is this woman coming from? No one has seen her. No one has seen her in a year.
She's hired the sex robots.
Yeah. The cops can't figure it out, whatever. Liz's house goes on fire. And she texts him and says, I just lit Liz's house on fire. I hope her and her kids die in it. So he rushes over to her house.
Over a man? She's going to like go to jail
over a man. So he goes to her house.
Have done something.
The house is on fire. Everything's crazy. So I'll fast forward. A lot of crazy shit happens that keeps going on. And then finally Liz was like, I'm done. Like, I don't want you to know where I'm living. I'm moving away with my kids. So she moves away. Yeah. He decides, I'm going to move away too. And everything stops. Like, no one can find him again. Yeah. Like, it's all good. Well, he goes on Plenty of Fish again.
I mean, the cops haven't done anything about this?
They're still looking, but it's a cold case. No one has seen Carrie. They don't know where she is.
Oh, my God.
Listen to this. So he moves. He gets on Plenty of Fish again. Why? I don't know. He starts talking to this girl.
He's some horny-ass motherfucker.
I know. I was like, you should have learned your lesson here. He goes to this cafe to meet this woman, and he's sitting there, and he gets a text saying, haha, it's Carrie. I found you. So now he's like, shit, it's her again, and she was pretending to be someone else. This literally all sounds fake. It's like crazy. So anyway, she starts stalking him again, and then she ends up she goes into his house when he's not there, finds his gun, and like, well, they think it was her, they don't know, whatever. All this stuff happens. Liz ends up getting shot in a field. So now the cold case is over, and they're like, okay, we need to figure this out. Like, she's back, like, we need to figure it out. Okay, so these other cops take it on, and they're like, we are going to work this out. We don't think Carrie's dead. I mean, we think Carrie's dead. No one's seen her in 2 years. This doesn't make sense. It's not Carrie. They don't think it's Carrie. They think Carrie was murdered. So they start looking into her car.
Mean Liz?
No, Carrie. They start looking at her car.
You said Liz was shot.
Yes, Liz was shot. They don't know who shot her, but Liz called 911.
Now, why do they think Carrie's dead?
They call 911. Liz calls 911, and she says, I was shot. It was a woman. She's trying, like, she thinks it was his ex-wife, whatever. It's a whole big thing. I'm trying not to get into too many details. So they look at Carrie's car again. They lift up the seats. They find blood in it. And they're like, she was killed here. But they still don't have the body. So now they're like, who is posing as Carrie? And the only person that would make sense would be Liz. They start tracing all these things, and they find out that Liz killed Carrie back that day. She was the one that sent the text message, do you want to live together? Knew he would say no. Murdered her. Pretended to be her so he would get closer with Liz. And they shared in this trauma. And it did bring them together. She set her own house on fire. She shot herself. She did all of it. Everything was her doing. She was that crazy. So they never found the body. But she went to jail even for that with murder because they like were able to pinpoint that it was her sending the emails. It was her doing all this stuff.
She went to jail for murder?
Yeah.
Even though she didn't murder anybody.
She did. She murdered Carrie.
Oh, Carrie. That's right. And shot herself. I want to meet her.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Wonder what makes someone that crazy.
Like, you had kids to live for and everything. Like,
she doesn't deserve to have kids.
Oh, my God. It was the craziest thing. That's a whole nother level of stalker. But anyway.
Have you ever had a stalker?
No. I hope not. If I did, I don't know about them.
That's what one of the like scary things, I guess, about being like an influencer is that like you said, some people will be like, want to talk to you and get to know you. Like,
I know. I'd be so scared of getting stalked. That's scary. It's a mind fuck. Like, he was describing it and he was like, I didn't know reality versus not reality anymore. Like, I was always paranoid. Like, I was always checking out my window. I was always checking out. Like, someone was always watching me.
Oh, no. Yeah, no,
Isn't that scary? Like, that's like the most mind fucked you can get, I feel like, is being stalked.
I would have to meet that stalker and be like, this shit's going down now. You're not going to continue.
He
to do
tried
this."
to. At one point, she's like, I moved into an apartment. And he was like, I didn't even call the cops. I wanted to get to her first.
Yeah.
But it was a lie. She was just watching him make a fool of himself.
Ew.
Yeah. So anyway, you should watch it. But it just made me think of like people seeing crazy things.
Yeah.
And being like, oh my God, that could happen to me. But like, it's like an anomaly.
Is that what you did on your Valentine's Day? Is sit there and binge watch this?
No, me and John never watched TV together.
Wait, what'd you guys do for Valentine's? Is Valentine's something you and John celebrate?
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, we don't really either. Oh, my one friend was funny. She's like saying before Valentine's, she texted me, she goes, I don't know why. Maybe it's just me getting older. She's like, but I don't want fucking flowers anymore. And I was like, what? Why? And she's like, because it gets all like, you have to first like get it, you have to cut it, you have to put it in the vase, and it gets like all slimy, and then you got to clean that vase out. And I was actually like laughing because I was like, oh my God, are we that big of bitches that we don't want flowers anymore because we have to clean the vase? But then it is true. I have like 50 odds and ends.
I feel like that was a cool thing to say when we were younger. I feel like everyone used to be like, I don't want flowers because like they'll just die anyway. I used to be that person.
No, I'm more like, I don't have time now to like cut, put it in the water, and then put that little packet in, and then it gets all slimy and it sits up there on the counter, and it's like one more thing to do. Like I know I have to fold laundry, and like this rotten vase is like sitting there, and I have to clean it out. And no matter how clean you get it, it still has that white like ring around it, that like foggy ring. And then now I have a cabinet where all these like odds and end vases go in there, and I'm like, okay. And then I keep them because I was like, oh, if I get flowers, I'll put them in. But like, it is funny.
I used to hate flowers. Like I used to always say, like, don't bother getting me flowers. They die. They're just like work.
Yeah, and
I don't want them.
in their work. But
I actually have grown to like flowers.
I was gonna say,
now
I do love flowers.
I do.
I
think it brings something to your dining room table. I think it's pretty to have. And now John gets flowers almost every week.
They're a bit of a pain, but I'll suffer through them because I think they're pretty.
And he cuts them and usually has it. Like if he's getting them for me, he's like setting them up.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Your husband gave you an hour massage. So
I was about to say,
listen.
God bless you. And then my friend says that all the time. So my Valentine's gift, which we don't do Valentine's gifts, but he's like, got me this massage table. Trevor's an amazing masseuse. That probably should have been his career. And he's like, I'll give you an hour massage.
Does he have thumbs that go like this?
No.
Oh, because I feel like everyone who's really good at massages have thumbs that go like
now
this.
I'm gonna
go really
make him show me, but
it
I don't
gets
think
into
so.
it, like the hard part of your thumb, like.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm gonna go look, but it was great. Like we didn't do it on Valentine's, but like I did get an hour massage last weekend, and it was amazing. And I highly suggest.
Out there.
Well, I was gonna say I highly suggest you go buy a massage table and like I don't know, give each other like little spa treatments or something. Like I don't massage. I'm like, but I would get like a warm towel and like put over your face and put like those hot stones on your back, and I get some like rolling thing. Not that we ever have the time for any of all that.
I know. It's like, yeah, that is time consuming.
But my friend was like, God bless. Like, that's like our thing now. Like when like you're getting something from your husband that's like amazing that you don't get from yours. Like when you like say like he fucking cooks for you and like makes your flower bouquets and stuff and like fucking makes fried donuts and shit. I'm like, God bless.
Well, God bless your massages. I know. Oh my God. I always yell at John about that. I'm like, you used to massage me all the time. What are you doing?
Get with the program here.
But no, we normally don't celebrate Valentine's Day much. I mean, we'll like once in a while. It depends on how, you know what it is with every holiday? It really depends where we are at that year.
Yeah, totally.
Christmas, we've given gifts, we haven't given gifts. You know, like
true.
Valentine's Day, we have had date nights, we haven't had date nights. Like it just, we both like, it depends like where are we at with money? Where are we at with life? The kids, our schedule.
Yeah.
There's no expectation every year. It's really
I think that's a good like
year by year basis.
Like to not feel, because there's always that pressure.
Yeah.
Even with like kids' birthday parties or how we're making this special or whatever holiday. Like I think, every year is going to be different.
Yeah. Every year is going to be different.
I even texted you. I was like freaking out the night before. I'm like, fuck, motherfucker, fuck. I forgot to go get them like Valentine's chocolates and shit.
Same.
So you know what I did? I did prepare and I got them each like a Valentine's or chocolate bar.
Yeah.
Like and each with a different flavor that I knew they'd like. So I had gotten that ahead of time.
Yeah.
And I did get like Sal's like some Pokemon cards because I knew he wanted that. But you know how we talk about that bin that we put like gifts and like ones that you might like re-gift and stuff. So I just fucking went through that and found a few things.
Yeah, honestly, same. I'm normally the mom that like goes crazy for holidays, right? Like I decorate the house. I want to do
a video of like what my Valentine's looks like and what yours, and laugh and be like, are any of the moms like dying here? And then there's this mom over here that's doing all this.
I do. I usually have very Pinterest themed like type of holidays, but there are the occasional holidays where like it's just chaotic, and this Valentine's Day was one of them. It's been chaos.
You didn't go crazy, huh?
No.
I mean,
So
John did make those like donuts.
yeah, he did the air fried donuts.
And
stuff.
you had friends over that one night, and you had a Valentine's night.
I did do a little Valentine's night, but like I'm talking about in the morning, they didn't wake up to baskets like they normally do and decorations and stuff.
When I come back, I'm coming back as one of Dana's kids because I get fucking baskets every
Well,
holiday.
this year they just got a little love letter from me, handwritten little note.
I was gonna say my kids look
And
forward
chocolate.
to the card that I give them. So I take time. I did get like pretty cards, and I hate cards.
I made mine out of construction paper and stickers that was left over.
I usually do that, but this time, since I over the years found out that one year I didn't give them cards, I just got them the stuff, and I was like, "Where's my card?" I'm like, so I knew it was important to them. So
that's cute.
Now I like writing my cards.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? And
I'm
next
not
Valentine's
a card
Day,
giver or writer, and I don't like doing it because I feel like I'm not good with words, but they like it. So I'm
and
like,
that's
hey,
important.
I'd rather give them a card than fucking who needs more candy? Okay, who needs more fucking candy?
I love celebrating holidays big. I know a lot of people are anti it, and they get like whatever.
I'm not anti.
No, but like a lot of people are like, we're setting the standards too high for all these things and stuff. And like, I really do get it, but like, I also feel like we can celebrate life, however. But I will say, I think that what we just said is right. Like, it's going to be a year-to-year basis.
Yeah.
Like, this Valentine's Day wasn't it for us. Maybe next year will be.
Did your kids get pissed that
No.
it wasn't a big? I'm sure you did something special still.
No,
They
they
woke
didn't
up
get
to
pissed.
0.
They woke up to a card and to chocolate.
Oh yeah, but they weren't like, "Where's my basket, bitch?"
No, no, they weren't.
That's
I would
good.
have been really pissed off if they said that. Though.
I know.
No, they were fine. And, you know,
I still think about when you said that you didn't do some of the advent calendar days and how they were like all mad and you like used me as an excuse.
oh my God.
Well, Julie doesn't do it all.
I know.
I think I did 7 days out of
It's
that
hard.
advent calendar. And my kids kept asking me too. They're like, "Mom," and I'm like, "I'm drowning."
It used to be so easy. And it sucks because it's my love language. It really is. Like, that's how I show them I love
Yeah.
them, is like doing these fun
I know.
activities with them and doing all these fun things. And it used to be easy because they would come home from school and that was it.
Mhm.
Maybe they went to dance once or twice a week.
Yeah.
Now it's like they're at dance after
Every
school. We have play dates.
single
We have
night,
this.
one of
We have
them.
that.
Yep.
And it's like, when are we supposed to do any of this?
I know.
So whatever. Speaking of time, like Spirit Weeks.
My gosh, this is. I
Spirit
think
Weeks will be the death of moms out there.
I think it's a joke. I think
It's
that
ridiculous.
they're fucking with us.
I
I
know.
think they're like, let's fucking throw all these weird ass like things to do and see if they make it. Who's the ringleader? Who's the one that's got it together? The type A moms out there, while the type B moms are literally like screaming at their husbands, like, "You need to go to the Walmart tonight." It's like
Yes.
12 a.m. to get them a fucking.
I need an
orange
old lady
shirt.
wig.
Yeah, I need an orange shirt or whatever. Now I know some of them are for good causes and things like that, but let's run through them. I think I listed
cannot.
out some of them.
Monochromatic Monday. That was one of Jack's.
That's dumb.
100
days.
day outfits or
Which
dresses
sometimes
100-year-old.
comes with the project too.
Correct.
Dress up as your favorite author.
Yep.
Dress up as your favorite character.
I'm
from
sorry.
A book.
What author am I dressing up on and how? I don't even know authors.
Me either. And even like a character from a book. Okay.
I know.
Dress up as your favorite holiday character. Like they're supposed to dress up as a gingerbread man or like
what?
a
Fucking Frosty,
deer
the
or something.
snowman?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to get a blow up Frosty outfit?
I don't know.
A deer? Like what?
The Halloween parade is the one that I can get on board.
Yes.
You're already getting a fucking costume.
Yes.
Okay, so they get to wear the same costume. Wear, pink or whatever for Valentine's. Fine.
Pajama days are
St.
fine.
Patrick's Day. Okay, so you got to get some like fucking
Now we have to get a
shirt.
leprechaun shirt that's going to fit them
College
for 1 year.
jerseys. Sometimes it's like,
I don't have jerseys.
Okay.
We are not a jersey family.
yeah, but sometimes it's like, what is it like? Local college football and
Local community college football jerseys.
then it is,
Only
and
that.
then sometimes it's like your favorite jersey, and I'm like, okay, so we have T-shirts and jerseys, and one of them have to be like the local ones, and one of them can be the NBA. I don't know like who's fucking local in NBA.
I know.
Dress down days. Like you have to remember now that we have like dress down days. Now our kids are in Montessori, so like, do they have the same dress down days than the other people, or like what? Like I don't know. Wear a
Or
hat.
I hate when it's like you can wear a shirt, but make sure you have uniform bottoms
Yeah.
on. I can't keep track.
I can't keep track like of what's going on.
Crazy hat day, crazy hair day.
Crazy hat day, crazy sock day, crazy. One of them is last day is like fun in the sun or something.
Yep.
I'm like, what are they supposed to march around with the towel wrapped around them? Like,
Yep.
And like some sunscreen or
I know.
something? What do you mean? Like
I know.
fun in the sun? It's
Like
February.
luau gear. Like I need to go find luau gear in
No,
February.
fuck all that shit and then some. Like read across America. I guess that's all the dress like Dr. Seuss. Like
Who has this stuff?
who has this stuff?
And this is my problem. They're different every year too. So like I have a closet, and I have a closet of random crap like this in
I
case it comes
know.
back
Me
around. So
too.
like one time they did have to wear leis and this and that, so I have that stuff. But
I
like,
know.
guess what? There's no Hawaiian Day this year, so what am I gonna do? I'm fucked.
I have a big bin
Now I have to
of
find Dr.
costume shit
Seuss
too.
stuff.
And another reason, like our storage and spacing, like I'm trying to get clean here. I
I
don't want these
know.
big bins of shit,
I
like
thi-
where I have to dig through them, and then when their friends come over, they're like fucking flying
But
everywhere.
what's the alternative? My kid's gonna be the only one going in, not dressed as a Frosty the Snowman, deer.
Because we had to make a
Dr.
pack.
Seuss.
We had to make a pack, like we said, no more goodie bags.
No more Spirit Week. No more Spirit
No
Week.
more Spirit Weeks, you guys. Like, I get it.
Or keep it
Valentine's
simple.
cute. Halloween, cute.
Keep it simple.
That's it.
There's such an easy solution here. Pajama day.
Okay.
Wear pink on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
You know?
You want to wear
And, like,
green on St. Patrick's Day because
right.
you're Irish? Okay, cool. Go do
Right.
that.
And then like maybe throw in like you want to do a fun, crazy one? Do a wacky hair, I guess. That's easy.
I don't like wacky hair. Wacky socks is better.
Wacky socks. I don't own wacky socks.
I don't either, but
The
there's, like,
hair, I
one
could
or
just like throw their
something.
hair in one ponytail and one like bun and be like, here you go.
Well, what's funny is that also then the dance studio does their stuff too.
I know. And then there's moms who go like above and beyond, which good for you. Like, cause I can't say anything because I do that for holidays, right?
Yeah.
But like your kids coming in, there was kids that had like on Wacky Hair Day, they had battery packs in their sweatshirt with lights, and the lights were intertwined into their braids and their buns. And I'm like, oh my God, I put my kid in like a messy side pony.
Yeah, no, I'm
like, I did not match that.
I did not. I did not. Well, I taught dance the other night and it was cute. Like some of them had like their Valentine's gifts and like you can totally see like they're like the type A moms that like planned for these little gifts and like the rest of us are like, yeah, I don't have time to make
Or
these little
only
gifts.
child moms, because I will say this.
True.
When
I did it with Fran Styles too. I did, but when they were like younger.
Little, yes.
And now it's like, I don't know who's in your class and how many people are
No,
in there and
I
at
can't
what
even keep
time
track.
and day.
No.
I'm like, I'm sorry.
Lily said that. She's like, we didn't bring Valentine's Day
I
for
know,
my dance
Fran
class.
did the
I'm
same
like,
thing.
I don't even know who's in your dance class.
Me too. I don't know
can't keep track anymore.
anymore.
When they were little and I was sitting and watching them dance and I knew they have, 15 kids in their
Yep.
dance class and 20 here, and I would make all these goodie bags and
Yeah.
stuff, and it was great.
I did let Freya bring like the little veggie straws because it was like gluten-free shit, like
Yeah.
allergies, and it was just one snack bag. And she wanted to bring something. I'm like, I'm not gonna put together little bags anymore. No one needs
No.
the erasers, the bubbles, the pencils, the
No.
whatever. It's cute when you're like 4 or 5 maybe, but
I
after
know.
that,
I sent them all in. They all did Valentine's for their class, but that was as far as I went. And it was
that's
like,
nice. Styles didn't do that. But he
Lily
brought in
made
the
her
veggie
own.
straws.
This is for the thing now. She's getting older, and I'm like, here, I bought you everything for it,
Oh,
but like
yeah.
you do it. So I bought
Freya
her.
will
She
probably
really
do
wanted
that.
to give them each a pen,
Yeah.
and she wanted to give them each a piece of candy, like like one of those little nugget candies. And then she wrote a card.
Yeah.
So I was like, here you go, and she made them all up that night, and the next morning brought them.
Nice.
So I had nothing.
You have
to
time
do.
for that? When my kids get home, there's no time. We have to eat and shower and go to bed.
I know, but I'm not strict on routines.
But don't you feel like they're exhausted the next day?
Natural consequences. If she wants to stay up and do that, then the next day she'll be tired.
I feel bad for my kids. They will not wake up. And we have like we don't have to get up early.
Yeah.
My kids are not, they don't want to get up and like they don't go to bed that late.
I mean, like she's not jumping out of bed, but like she knows she has to be on school on time, so she's gonna have a crappy morning then. I mean, it is up to her.
Yeah.
I don't care. She'll stay up reading or she'll stay up watching TV. I don't tell her like
My
within
problem with my
reason.
kids staying up late is not necessarily, I mean, I feel bad they're tired, is I want to go to bed.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. I have to finish up whatever cleaning I do, and then I just go to take a bath, wash my face and stuff. Like, and if you're still up, I can't like do all those things.
See, I could do everything with Lily still being up. Lily, not Jack, but
Yeah.
like Lily, yeah, she does her own thing.
But then they just want me to like put them to bed and like hang out. I'm like, okay, well, I can't.
So I
Go
did
to
make
bed.
a rule, and I'm trying to stick to it.
What's that?
If you want to go to bed past 9 or 9:30, I forget what I said, then
You're not tucking them in or whatever.
then I'm not involved. Yeah.
That might be good because Styles is transitioning
And it
out
gives
of
them
an
the
earlier
freedom.
bedtime. He
Yeah.
does lay in. I'll let him lay in bed and read a book. Like he'll
Yeah.
read a book all night, and sometimes he gets his little like
Yeah.
pencil and paper, and I don't know what he's doing. He's like coming up with comics or something. So I'm like, you can do whatever you want in bed,
Right.
as long as I don't have to like wait for you to fall asleep.
Right.
But
And that's
Freya's
the whole deal.
different. She wants someone to lay with her
So does
until
Vi-
she falls asleep.
So does Violet still.
So I'm
So
like,
that's why it doesn't
"Girl,
work. Yeah.
Doesn't work, baby. You got to
Yeah.
go to bed. I got
And that's the thing. Like your choice, like I'll lay with you, but like then we need to go to bed earlier.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I want someone to
Um,
lay with me until I fall asleep.
Don't you have a husband?
Yeah, he's laying with Freya. I make him do that. Part.
That's true. John actually often will be laying with one of them
Yeah.
too. I'm trying to see if the
I think we made it to the end. I
We're good.
think Valentine's. You have your pink shirt to celebrate.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that
wraps it up.
Wraps it up.
We got some social media stuff. We're going to squish things with our feet, I think.
Yeah. We'll see
how
where
that
the day
goes.
takes us. All right. Well, oh my God, I can't talk right now.
This is Julie.
I'm
and this is
Dana.
I'll help you.
This is Not Your Mom's Podcast. Make sure to like and subscribe to see next week's episode.
Bye.
Okay.
How do
Oh
we
my
turn this
God.
off?
How you make it, how you wanna.
Thanks for listening. Make sure to follow and subscribe so you can tune in next week.
How you wanna make